Okay. Yeah, now we're fine. I don't know what was going on before. It was weird. Anyways. Yeah, so what we're going to be doing today is basically doing the spawn room for the map, and was having this idea that I want to implement. It kind of coincides with this map from Gears of War 2, and I don't know if anybody remembers this, but the map Avalanche had this really cool event that when you first play it, typically people will never forget it, where a little bit into the match, a literal avalanche would happen and it would deform the map. And this like area in the middle here would just get completely filled with snow, and if you were in the path where this actually hit, you would die. So the map that we're building right now, I'm going to add kind of like a similar event, but it's not going to be something that really deforms the map per se. I'll kind of explain what I mean. But it's going to be something that is going to like alter the game a bit. So currently we have like the pillars and everything. You blow up the bottoms, pillars fall over, you know, that's all well and good. But what I want to do is essentially have it to where every, I don't know, like minute, 2 minute, whatever it be, a strong gust of wind will actually blow through the canyon here and knock off any players that are caught in the wind itself. So if you're going over the bridge, it will hit you. And I was debating like being on the edge here if you get hit or not, but I think it makes sense. I think the only safe path is going to be if you're up on the second level, but we can test it out. A couple things I did off stream. Runtime virtual textures implemented. You can tell because the bridges now, when they collapse, I got to adjust this one a little bit. They actually take on the texture that they land into. The rocks themselves also do this as well. You can see they blend into the ground, and this blends into the sides here. So if I blow this up, right, top of that is the like its standard texture, but on impact it blends in. That's pretty good. I also deleted the canyon walls that were up before, and I messed around with the clouds and the height fog. So what I basically did was I went into the material instance for the cloud, or for the clouds, and what you can do is actually change the speed to which the clouds actually like move at. So I just went in here and made them move in this direction 10 times faster, so it actually looks like it's a storm that they're in. I also made it so the directional light is facing directly down and center in the sky like that. Reason being is because I wanted the light to come from the sky directly down to light up the fog and the clouds. So there wasn't like a really like one-sided lighting. So that made it look a lot better. To see like the comparison of that, you could look at like a past video and actually fuck it, I'll just show you. So Control L. You can see if I move the light over here, this side is going to have more green than this side over here. So whichever way the sun actually is, you're going to get a brighter light from that direction. But having it straight up into the air like this evens it out. It also makes the clouds a lot more visible too, so you can actually see them moving. Pretty important stuff. What else did I do? I think that might be it. Well, I mean, that's pretty much all I did with this map in particular. But yeah, the gusting wind thing, I'm probably going to implement next stream. This one is pretty much just going to be building out the starting areas. Originally, we were going to have like a cave where the players come out, but I think a better idea, and we're going to just try this out, is to have the players start at a higher level in the quarry and then move down into the actual map itself. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to make kind of like a separate canyon on the sides that are cutting off the players from actually reaching the map. And when the round starts, a strong gust of wind will come down and essentially blow over a bridge that will allow the player to get to the map. So, I'll show you what I mean right now. I gotta make sure I'm doing this on the correct side, because we're going to mirror the map. So if we go to manage and add, what I'm going to do for this actually is turn off the runtime virtual texture, just because it has some pretty massive problems. Typing a massive material. Oh, actually. Yeah, so when we're editing the landscape, we don't want to deal with that. I think I also have displacement turned off. I'm going to recheck that though. I'm going to be honest with you though. Using RVT, we gained like 30 frames from our material as soon as we implemented it. So it's a massive change. Displacement is off. Yeah. Okay. We're good. All right. So we are going to need I know this looks like really fucked up, but we're gonna level it out, don't worry. I'm gonna grab a player just for reference here. let me get rid of this too. I was testing out the orbing shit. Alright, so how big do we need this to be? I think I want the players to come in on this level here. So what I was thinking of doing let me just make sure that this is we'll put it down to 80. So I have to raise this up. We're gonna make like a passage here. I'm not filling this in or anything because I'm just kind of sculpting the outline of it out. The texture will bend back to what it's supposed to look like as soon as we smooth it out. But the actual area that I had before for the player to spawn in, pretty much just going to keep that, so... Probably this. The main thing I want the player to see is pretty much like the scope of the canyon as they're moving into the map itself. We might increase fog density, but we're going to be adding in like a blizzard type effect that'll reduce visibility. We just don't want players to be able to shoot each other from across the map as soon as they spawn in. I might actually open up the cut here because the field of view isn't as great as it should be. That's fine. All right. We have a general placement. I'm going to increase this considerably to start leveling everything out. Probably like 800 or so. We don't need any fall off for this. So for the spawn, what we're going to do is cut into this actually. And we're just going to have this loop around just a little bit here. Thinking of the angle in my head actually. We're basically going to create like another ravine that we have here, but it's going to be cut through the middle here. And then we need a place for the bridge to go. With that being said, I'm quickly just going to cut a line into this. Then we'll plan it from there. All right, I think I got it. I'm gonna cut this down to the bottom now. That might be too far out. Actually, we want this to curve this way. Hey, what's up? Just making a starting area for a map right now. What kind of game am I working on? It's going to be a first-person MOBA type game. Each character will have access to 30 different abilities. It's probably the easiest way I can explain it. Yeah, I mean, I have like a bunch of the abilities complete for the prototype. Saw me working yesterday? Yeah. We didn't get too much done yesterday. I ran into a lot of problems. But figured a lot of stuff out. Luckily. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, got it. It's a really good engine. I know a lot of people that switched from Unity over to Got It. Alright. This pretty much how we want it. I'm gonna have to add additional landscape onto here to have this curve out. Kind of like how we did here, where you can't see past this point here, even at this like far angle. I'm gonna have to do the same thing for this, which is fine. What type of game are you making? Excuse me. Alright. Now this is where the magic of a good landscape material comes into play. Because it'll fix all the textures itself. We don't have to do shit. An immersive sim set in Mafia surrounding. Surrounding the Philly mob. Yeah. Heavily inspired by GTA 3 and Fallout. Yeah, nice. The Philly mob. Are you from the area? Or you were just like, I guess, into it? I'm assuming you're from the area if you select the Philly mob. Oh, just fascinated with crime. Yeah, that's fair enough. I can't say I've ran into them. Which is probably a good thing. Oh, they still exist in Canada? Yeah, so they moved, from what I recall, they basically all moved out in the 80s, or like 70s, 80s. But they basically ran like the whole police force. Well, allegedly. So the bottom of this doesn't really matter as much, but I'm just going to unfuck the textures down here. Just a little bit. Looks like I'm fucking speed painting, but I'm really not. There's like some pretty weird like bends into this, but we're gonna smooth all that out. Probably the last step on this. It looks like a cold place. Just a little bit. What we're actually going to be implementing probably tomorrow is, I don't know if you've ever played Gears of War 2, but there was a map called Avalanche. And it had this event on the map where a literal avalanche would happen and it would like deform the map and kill players that were caught in it. I thought that shit was hilarious. So I'm gonna implement a system tomorrow where every, I don't know, like 2 minutes or something like that, a strong gust of wind is going to blow through the canyon, and if there's any players stuck on the bridges in the middle, they'll get blown off and killed. Is that going to be a really bad game mechanic? Probably. We'll see. Would I turn something like that on in ranked gameplay? Fuck no. But in like random skirmishes? Probably. Dude, imagine losing a ranked game because you got blown off a bridge. I would uninstall the game too. I remember getting fucking killed by a train in Gears of War, and that's the day I quit. I knew I was fucking washed after that. Alright, now the peaks. Gotta click on the top. And drag down in circles. Oh yeah? Dude, I was super into Gears of War 2, like competitively. That game used to piss me off so bad, but I loved it. Yeah, I know. Didn't he used to make like YouTube videos and shit too? Been a long time. Yeah, MLG. I remember trying to like sign up and compete in MLG for Gears 2. But it was a lot harder. Like you needed a lot more money than I had at the time to do something like that. I mean, I had the cleanest fucking wall hop, in my opinion. And like the nicest like two-piece with like a Nasher, but you know, maybe I'm just tooting my own horn. Man, there was a thing where if you used the Lancer in Gears of War 2, you would just get made fun of in like high competitive matches. But if you died to one, you would get made fun of even more. And when I say died to one, I mean died to a chainsaw. Using the fuck, I can't remember the name of the gun. It's crazy. But using the other starting weapon was just so much like better for damage. You just had to be really good with your trigger finger. Those games still look beautiful. Yeah, dude. A lot of the mechanics in them are still a lot of fun. They made a lot of multiplayer maps that weren't just like based off of like the same repetitive shit. They added like events and everything to them. Again, like Avalanche. Or the one fucking map with rain that would just kill you if you were caught out inside of it. Like that shit was fun. I swear I've heard this song like 30 times already. Actually wouldn't be careful here about how much we actually remove off of this. I'm gonna blend this from the sides. They definitely gave third-person shooters more of a vision, in my opinion. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm totally biased, by the way, because I fucking love that game. But yeah, definitely. Probably change this later. Especially with the idea of different ways to take cover and whatnot. Yeah, that was, they kind of like created a new mechanic or a new skill check where like if you weren't good at like wall hopping, people would just outrun you so fast or catch up to you and kill you. Like clinging to walls wasn't even like really for a positioning thing at that point. It was literally just to make up ground and dodge shots. All right. So I think the way we're going to do this is have something fall that creates a bridge. Yeah, wall bouncing. Yeah, it took a lot of skill. It was a lot of fun. Oh man, I'm just thinking. So the wind's gonna, like when the match starts, the wind's gonna come through and knock over a pillar that creates a bridge for the player. And that would happen right here. What I'm gonna do is just mark that. So future me knows that this is where I want the bridge to go. Let's see. Excuse me. Yeah, I do stream on Twitch. It's to be honest with you, like initially when I first started doing this, I was like, YouTube is probably going to be dead. Like nobody's really going to watch me on YouTube, and Twitch is going to be like the more active community. And for the first like couple weeks it was, but then like YouTube actually just became like way more active. And I guess it's because like the VODs are saved and everything, so like people could just watch that shit like later on. I mean, shit, like last month, I probably had like, I think I had like 10 subscribers or something. So I had like 10 subscribers and I had like maybe 20 followers on like Twitch. So I was like, oh yeah, Twitch is better. But then, I guess like the YouTube algorithm just started like blasting some of my like old videos and shit for some reason. No idea. So I had an idea to make like a third level to this. I think I will do that. The whole idea of this map is to make the player think that they're in like a really massive area. And I was using static meshes before to kind of fill in that effect, but they didn't really match the landscape too well. Even with like RVT, it was pretty bad. So I am just going to do this. I don't know if I need to make it for the corners. I think I just need to make it for here. I'm trying to really limit. I say that while I'm like adding like 10 more tiles on. I'm trying to limit the size of the landscape, but with this kind of detail, it's pretty hard. Yo, what's up, man? How you been? Dude, that's fucking awesome. How many players do you guys got on the playtest right now? Or are you not allowed to share statistics? Oh yeah, fuck. Yeah, Steam database has that shit up. That's awesome. Is this going to be of a... I think you mentioned something about a longer lasting playtest. Holy fuck. Dude, so I'm going to tell you right now, your game idea, or like your company's game idea, is just, is genius, because as soon as I saw it, like so much nostalgia hit me from playing like Sarge's Heroes when I was like a kid. So when I saw that, I was like immediately interested in it. And I don't know if like they have the same like feeling as I do, but that game was fucking fun, and your game looks kind of like it, and reminds me of it, which is cool. It also adds like kind of like the newer game genre aspects, which is really cool as well. Wait until the major movement update. Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's good now, like with that update, it's going to be even better. So I would imagine they'd be back. Oh yeah, absolutely. They all want content. And that game definitely gives it to them. Shit. We'll flag it as a major Steam update, so it'll be displayed in Steam for everyone who has the game in their library. Yeah, man. Is the game going to be free to play on launch? Okay. Yeah, the only reason I was saying is from what I heard, there's something with like a wish list where like when you put something at like 20% off or some shit, it emails them. I don't remember where I heard that though. Do major updates have emails sent out for them? No. Damn. Oh, man, so I love and hate Steam sometimes, but Steam really should add a feature where you can like follow a game like that and get emailed for every single like update. Because I was a huge, well still kind of am, huge like Satisfactory player, and I never know when their game is getting fucking updated. But they're listed in the global newsfeed, so it's displayed without clicking on the game in your library. Yeah, true. Yeah, I do know that much. But I don't, to be honest with you, I don't even have Steam open up on my computer anymore when I boot up the PC. But I do check my emails and stuff. To be honest with you, I'm probably going to get my friends to install it sometime this weekend so we can all play it. Or should I wait for the movement update? It'll make the game feel way better, but if you keep that in mind when encountering issues, you're good, I think. True. I got you. Yeah, I was just kidding anyways. We're definitely going to give it a try. Me and my brother grew up playing hopefully it doesn't offend you when I say Sarge's Heroes, but like that's what we grew up playing on like the original like Xbox. So we're super interested in trying it out. Even if it doesn't play like it, it's just the nostalgia. think the next thing I want to do is actually, and this is actually kind of going to be like testing, because I've never tried this before, but the clouds is based off of a material, and I wonder if I can access the parameter inside that material and manipulate it at a runtime. So the whole point is I want to change the speed of the clouds when I have that event happen with the blizzard. So I want to ramp up the speed. So I'm probably going to make a environment controller, which is just going to be an actor in the level. That's kind of going to do all that for me. We made one of those on the arena map from a while back. All right. We actually want to use sculpt here. What is the height that I want this to be? I just want to see if this is actually a good height for us to set this up at before I commit it. want that taller. Nah, probably not. Should be fine. I don't know why I put this landscape there. Not really a purpose to it. Oh shit. That's fine. We'll fix that in a little bit. Uh-oh. I'm gonna save this before I continue any further. Yeah, so we're pretty much safe to like paint over a majority of this because the material we're using is part of our like auto material. So we don't really need to worry about too much. Right now it's just freaking the fuck out because we need to smooth it out. Kind of want to lower this down even further because this part right here needs to not be eaten into too much by this tool. So I'm just gonna go in and cut. Okay. Okay. I mean, we're almost done, to be honest with you. Gotta be really careful around the back edge there. Same with this, like any type of spot that has like very limited amounts of room towards the top like that can cause your texture to pretty much disappear when you're using like auto materials. Oh yeah, this ledge. There was an old material that we used before, and it looks like some of it actually stayed. I'm doing real quick is just getting rid of the old shit, making sure it doesn't come back. Okay. If I'm gonna redo anything, it's probably give the upper levels more of a ledge than the lower ones, but I'm not going to do that right now. Let's copy this over. Almost fucked up. How many tiles did we do? Was that 8? Just trying to see where else we place tiles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thought we placed... I know there's like one right here, but honestly, hold on. Get that out. One right here. Yeah, it was only this part. Okay. We could just manually do this. Everything else looks fine though, yeah. Yeah, we're good. It's doing a little bit of a touch up. Excuse me. Now that I'm looking at this, I think the players can still jump onto this part here. From here they probably can too. That should be good enough. This blue shit. What the fuck? Our old texture just like want to go away. I swear I painted over this map like 3 times and I still find blue dots. See that? Alright, I'm not gonna, again, not gonna mirror this. I'm gonna sculpt it real quick. Kind of better if it's not, well, I mean, for like aesthetic purposes, not exactly the same as the other side. The actual field of play should be mirrored, or a rotated mirror like this, but this kind of like aesthetic shit doesn't matter too much. Fucking blue dots, dude. This supposed to be music? I don't know what the fuck that noise is. Where the fuck are those blue dots? Oh, there they are. They just show up everywhere, eh? It means it's over here too. Yep. Okay. Now gonna rebuild our landscape. And then enable our RBT. So you'll notice one thing. This is severely fucked up. That's okay. Go to our landscape for virtual textures. Actually, we just have to reset the bounds. Looks like we didn't use these, so I actually can get rid of them. Oh, actually, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Okay. We were actually missing a piece for the spawn area. Probably need to make some minor adjustments here. I mean, you could see kind of like the clipping, but it's nothing bad at all. The pathways probably need to be repainted since I moved a large majority of the sculpting. I also need to detail the pathways as well and all that shit, but that might be for a different day. Yeah, so on the next stream, the goal is to make an event where a gust of wind blows through the canyon and knocks players off of bridges. Hey, doing good, how are you? We also just gotta add more map to kills and stuff. So far, so good. Off stream, I'll probably figure out the bridge event and everything. Once I have an idea for it, I'll probably actually code it and do all that on stream. Where am I from? United States. I might actually move the spawn area just a little bit back, or put it on an angle. I don't know, we'll see. I think the only other thing I really wanted to work on was the outside aesthetics. Ooh, that's not good. You can actually see the edge of the map there. I gotta fix that. It's these kind of angles you gotta look for. So what I'll probably end up doing is bringing this forward to cut that off. So like, honestly, it's a really small thing, but it bothers me so much. Yeah, that's really bad. now I'm trying to turn these textures. Yeah, there's kind of like a pretty sharp cut on the top of these. Trying to minimize that. I might... use an additional shape on these and kind of change it that way. Now, there's a really neat lighting trick you can actually use when fabricating mountains like this, and it's to actually put some emissive lights behind these to create shadow, which also creates distance. So it makes these look a lot bigger than what they actually are. So this side probably needs more mountains. Yeah, this is definitely too big. ones back here we kind of want to be barely visible, right? Like occasionally the clouds should move fast enough to where you can actually see it. Same with this one here. This one we want to be a little bit more visible. Hey, what's up? Not much. We're just making some landscape. Doing a bit of I guess art for the map. We just finished making these spawn rooms and stuff for this arena. Now I'm just working on kind of like the exterior stuff to set the environment. Right now I'm pretty much just placing like mountains and stuff to give like depth. But I'm trying to see like how many layers do I need for this? I think we're nearly there. Trying to find things out is harder than I thought. Yeah, I feel that. And it's easy to break things. True. I've definitely corrupted a couple maps, messing around with some things I shouldn't have. But you live and learn. Do you do work in Unreal Engine? Yes, you learned that you still make the same mistake. That's development, my friend. That's how it happens. Yo, what's up? Right now we're using the clouds to our advantage. The whole point of them is to create depth. Closer objects are more visible. Further objects, obviously, are less. You could also make it easier by having the height of the object be taller. Trying to set up my backpack steampunk weapon, but I think I messed up. I'm hoping to fix it. Oh man. Yeah. Uh-oh. Are you doing it in Unreal Engine? When you say you messed it up, do you mean you created a problem through coding, or was it something else? going to copy it before putting it into Blueprint, but I did not copy it, so I have each. Oh, yeah, that sucks. Hard to hear that. If it makes you feel any better, last week I got done painting this map and I had to do it all over again because I corrupted my layer, or my layering that I had for it. So when I say we've all been there before, I literally just was. Nice. Just gotta fix that part of the landscape. Yeah, some of the meshes, some of these static meshes are going to get modeled or fixed. The pointy tops on them are just not great. Some of them it's like totally fine, but the ones that are more close, yeah, definitely gonna have to fix it. All right. Nanite is very powerful. Still does not help the trees I have in my asylum game. Yeah. Unfortunately, trees and like meshes that have like materials in them that move absolutely murder performance in your game. It's actually like a I remember listening to like a conference or a game developers conference presentation that gave a pretty interesting way of getting around that performance issue with trees. I forget what the solution for it was though. If I remember it, I'll let you know. Yeah. I think there was like another one too where it was like it would you attach something to the character, and depending on if you're making like a forest or something, like the map is just the forest, it would only make trees within like a certain distance of the character actually do the swaying. Or something like that. There's a bunch of random tricks that I saw. For the most part, I think we are nearly there with this map. Well, at least the exterior part. Oh man. I might actually call it for call it for now. Said it was going to be a short stream, and it ended up being almost 2.5 hours. At least my steampunk game, I don't have to worry about trees. Oh yeah, they're metal. Yeah, that's pretty good then. Ooh man, I'm probably going to be on tomorrow. We're going to make the environment events, and probably make the bridges and shit too for these spawn areas. But yeah, I'm probably gonna sign off for now. Want to thank y'all for stopping by. Have a great morning, evening, afternoon, night, wherever you are, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.